What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I am not at home, nor am I at anyone's home. I am at a very interesting place with a good friend of mine, Dalen. Say hi, Dalen.
Hi, Dalen.
We're visiting Machine-Wise, and I haven't made any content about it yet on this channel because we've been busy. We've been quite busy. So instead of doing that, now it's near the end and you can see we're packing up all of our equipment. And so I'm making the content now. How nice. So Dalen.
Yes?
I have something to show you that I created yesterday.
That's what I heard.
Yes, so maybe I should show it on this, but like maybe after this I'll go out there and just show a couple of the bins of scrap parts. Yes. But there are some bins of scrap parts because you guys have very high standards for what makes a good part.
Right.
And so, well, that means there's not a ton of scrap, but there is like a relevant amount of scrap, which means that you can go and look at the funny little boxes that have messed up parts, which is what Brandon's currently doing, actually. And I decided to do that yesterday.
Yep.
And I made a little thing that I need to show you now.
Oh boy.
Looky-doo. I made a Tottori.
Oh.
Oh,
it's one of these ones.
What do you mean one of these ones? I'm excited to hear the story because Dalen almost certainly knows the story of these parts.
Just some tolerancing issues and running into, running the Zen pin hole way too deep on some of them. So this one over here, so yeah, that one's got the deep, this one's got you can deep,
see it pushes out
yep, just a little bit
from the Zen pin.
It's tuned really well.
Yeah, so here, yeah, you like that? Yeah.
You're running on a theme on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Did you find all the parts with holes in them?
Pretty much. So I started by, I found this blade.
Yep.
I was looking through just the assortment of blades, and I found this Tottori blade, and I was like, well, this Tottori blade's kind of sick. It's, right. I mean, it's super scuffed, but it's kind of dope. So I was like, I wonder if I can make a funny Tottori, and so I started searching through the handle pieces, and I found 4 Tottori handle pieces that just so happened to come together in this way. And I'd say the best of them is this just solid titanium one. It's like just a blem. Yep. I think it's for texture reasons, probably.
Yeah, we just didn't quite go deep enough on this one.
Whereas everything else, also, I love that you can just see that. You can just knowing instantaneously, oh yeah, the texture just didn't go deep enough on that run. It's little things like that make the amount of care you guys put into these products is crazy. But anyways, so there's a few fun things about this. So I found the handles, and it was hard finding a matching set because there were literally only, I think, these 4.
Yeah, there weren't too many, actually.
There were like a couple more that were just like copies of the same handle that I didn't need. And then they are varying levels of scuffed, but that one is definitely like the most normal. And then this one has, so for people at home that don't know, what Dalen's talking about with the whole theme is that there is a very thin line right here that's kind of hard to see, but what has happened is the undermilling, which is like the little pocket that's cut in underneath there.
It's the overmilling.
It is now the overmilling. Yes, the texture cut out here and the undermilling kind of it decided to kiss through the titanium. They met. And so now if you push on this, there is literally a just hole across there. I feel like if I wanted to, I could just punch it out with like a screwdriver or something and have a whole new hole pattern on a...
Maybe.
on a messed up Tottori.
First hole pattern Tottori.
Yes, and then these guys, so the Zen pin situation is definitely where the most is going on here. I don't know what happened with that lumpy
part. That one almost looks like we like pushed it through intentionally or something. I don't know, to be honest.
It's weird. The one that's like...
That one's funky.
Yeah, and then the other one just has a little bulge to it, which like, the bulge is kind of funny.
Right.
But I don't know what's going on with that situation.
Yeah, maybe I'm not sure, to be honest.
It's weird.
It is very weird.
But yeah, so I found this blade, and then I searched in the depths for these handles, and I started working on this. I just brought it over to Garrett's booth, and I was like, I'm just gonna make an attempt, because what I wanted was just the jangliest thing I could make. Like, basically, you know how my 42 is?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking that. Obviously that didn't happen because this has an insane tune on it, which is really nice. So upsetting. And the reason that it has that insane tune is because of William. Yes. Not this William, machine-wise William, who is a wizard. He kind of like stood there watching me struggle like a floundering fish for a while, and then eventually was like, Will, would you let me help you? And I was like, yes, William, you may help me. Awesome. As I did some of the most incompetent, you would have fired me immediately. I'll have to have William tell you exactly what I was doing, but like I was using a bushing that was just wrong, just inherently on some level wrong, in a way that I don't necessarily understand, but that's also why I'm not one of the assembly tech. But anyways, William took this and worked his insane magic on it and took it from something that was not supposed to work at all to something that is actually a quite good Tottori, other than it being terrible. Really
nice. It's the best worst Tottori
It's the best worst Tottori ever. We also spent a while trying to find these. Yes. We didn't.
They were on my desk the whole time?
Yeah, they were on your desk the whole time. We had no idea. We were like, where the fuck are spacers? Because Martine was like, I know there are spacers here somewhere, and we looked around a bunch, but these are not from your desk.
Oh.
You'll notice, as a matter of fact, I think the ones on your desk are unfinished.
Yes, they are.
These
are very finished.
They're very finished. They were found on the floor of the dirt room.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Quoke was like, I'm certain that there are Tottori spacers.
Hiding in the
and I was the moment, because originally we were going to use, so there are 3D printed spacers over there. Yep. And originally I was like, I'm just going to use those. I don't care. You know, as I've said, I'm looking for a jangly mess. When I heard that there is a chance that there were Tottori spacers just on the floor of the dirt room, I had to.
Yep.
I had to know. Yep. So, yeah, we managed to scrounge up 2. There were literally only 2.
Nice.
Hidden in the depths of the dirt room.
Nice.
And I just, it's so funny to me. Awesome. The cherry on top being that those spacers were just like left on the floor is everything to me. So, yeah, what do you think?
Visually, it is scuffed. I like the tune, and it flips just like
it flips really nice.
Yeah, it does.
It very much will take up the mantle right next to the penny tsunami. Nice. Hopefully it doesn't become, due to the reasons that the penny tsunami is called that, hopefully this doesn't get the same name. It'll just be the janky Tottori for now.
Yep.
But man, wow.
I really like it.
And what I also have enjoyed,
really weird, funky.
If you look on the other side too, it's got like a Joker anno. It just got somehow removed on one side.
That's weird.
And then there's like on the inside a hidden Joker anno of pink and green.
Oh.
But then what I also like is as I'm flipping it, I've noticed like it kind of looks like it's changing color because one side is gold and one is silver. So it keeps kind of like, I keep forgetting. Or I'm like, oh man, it's like a magic trick. This is fun. So anyways, I wanted to show you that, but you also have a few things going on your desk that I wanted to show the audience.
I have my own weird little jank collection of like
yay!
I mean, I think as most people know by now, the very first original serif that I have beaten to the absolute ground.
So this is literally the very
first production serif, I believe.
Okay. And then what happened to the very, very first serif?
The very, very, very first serif is currently in mint condition, and it belongs to my roommate / best friend.
That's incredible.
It has never been flipped. It is in its own original packaging. It's mint.
Oh my god, that's nuts.
Right?
So he just basically a collector's item for him at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the very first serif. Like, it doesn't have weight pockets in it. It was the very first design of the first serif.
Oh my god, I would love to see that someday.
Right.
That's freaking cool.
That'd be cool.
Maybe if I get to come visit y'all, I would love to take a look at that thing.
Absolutely.
But so this is one of the very first serifs.
Yep. So that's my personal serif that I've beaten to hell and back multiple times. It's also the very first Valley that I tested hardened steel washers on.
Yep.
And it still has the same hardened steel washers and tune as when I first tested.
Holy cow, really?
This serif has had the same hardened steel washers, bushings, tune, hardware, all that for about 3 years now.
Oh my god.
Just about, I think. And I haven't tuned it at all, and the play on it is still really good.
Is this the original? This is the original blade, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so I I think you and I have gone into it in videos before, but I used to use it as a pry bar, so it got tipped a bunch.
Right. No, I remember you talking about that. We talked about that in the me and you going over the entire MachineWise lineup at the time.
Yep.
Which, what an interesting video to look back on now. It's still one of my most, like, I really love it from an entertainment aspect, because we have good chemistry.
I would agree.
And so we had a really fun time with that one. That still has one of my favorite visual effects jokes we've done, of you drinking the coolant and then turning into Brandon for like half a second during that. And I'm just really upset.
Love that. That was fun.
I don't know if I told you about this. This is going to be spoilers for you at home, because these videos that we're releasing, that we're recording at MachineWise, will come out where we made like a lot of stuff here. The videos will come out over a multi-month long period, because they're going to take a lot of editing and a lot of work to actually do. So we're not just going to like post one video and then be done with our MachineWise stuff that we shot here. We got a lot of stuff done.
Oh yeah.
But we did get a joke in there that you were not around for. I'm very excited. Martin showed up on, I think, Tuesday with his wizard hat.
Yes.
And it's a wonderful wizard hat, everybody. This is like a really nice leather, like good Ren Fair wizard hat. And we were like, well, that has to make it in the video somehow. And I don't remember which video it is, but at some point in the process, we established that Martin could vanish by putting on the wizard hat. So there's a few times in the upcoming videos where Martin will put on the hat and just disappear, and then take off the hat.
I love it.
Or whatever, or like reappear in various locations. So
awesome.
it was fun, because we were like taking the video stuff relatively seriously until a certain point, and then we were like,
what if?
Well, we need something,
Yeah.
We're silly guys.
That's awesome.
Okay, so this is one of the first serifs.
Yep.
What else you got for me?
Let's see. On the Valley side, we have nothing too special about this opus. It is just the one that I claimed for myself midway through making like 161. But if you notice, there's a bunch of random engraving tests on it.
Oh, I see.
This was the first blade I ever engraved on our fiber laser, so I was using it to dial in laser settings.
Wow.
So it's just a bunch of...
Oh, that's why there's just the darkest possible MachineWise logo on there.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
a black spot of MachineWise.
Yes.
I like sample engraving smiley face.
Yep.
In various weights.
Oh yeah. Just trying to figure out how to use the fiber laser.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, because these are all back from the time where you were actually milling.
Yep.
This
was the transitionary period where we got the fiber laser and then moved away from hard milling all of our engravings.
That's so crazy to me. I've got to make a video about this, but Martin has the diamond pattern opus.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was playing with that earlier, and while I do love the opus, that diamond pattern opus, oh my god, for me at least, I immediately was like, wow, this is really fun. I really like it.
Yep. Yeah, we spent a whole bunch of time testing out patterns and dialing in that diamond one till we liked it, and then I think we moved shops and just never got to ram any yet.
And so is that the only one that exists?
It is, yeah.
Holy
for
shit.
now. Like, we have everything's ready to make more. We just need the time to make more.
Okay. You know what I feel like I should do? I kind of attacked you with this video just because I had this to show you, and then I was like, well, you have stuff on your desk. You show me now.
Yeah.
I feel like I should maybe ask Martin to like collect a couple items to show me. I feel like that would be a fun way to attack both of y'all.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, so there's that.
From here, I mean, let's see. We have most of my personal items end up being blems or something. So this was just a blem Sonora. Nothing special about it. That I've used for a long time.
What makes this one a blem?
This one was a blem. This was a physical blem, not like a visual blem due to detent stuff. And I was testing detent wear on it, and the detent was just a little bit different than the rest, and so I used it for a bunch just to see how the detent would wear over time. And it worked fine.
Wow.
So that's my personal Sonora.
So the only thing wrong with this Sonora is the detent, then?
Technically, yeah.
That's so wild to me. I mean, so like I think this is something that people simply, it's very hard to understand why or what makes a product a blem.
Yes.
There's a lot of things, and also what makes a product not just a blem but like a scrap, right? There are incredibly small things that can do that.
Right.
And I think people don't fully have an appreciation for like how rigorous some of your processes are or how rigorous your standards are.
Right, yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's exactly why Machine-Wise is so well known, is like you hold yourself to a very high standard.
We do, yes.
And while that's tough, it does mean that I think regardless of how tough it is, as a business, it reads extremely well to the consumers.
That is always my hope, so that is good to hear.
I think you've nailed it with that.
Awesome.
So the Sonora for me as well, I actually don't know if I've talked about the Sonora on this channel
I'm not sure if you have or not.
at all.
Yeah.
So people know I'm not a folding knife guy, really. I like balisongs. Balisongs are awesome, and I had some folding knives back when I was in Boy Scouts, but I never got into folding knives. And the Sonora, out of everything I've tried, the thing about being a balisong person, and I wonder if you've experienced this because I have from a bunch of different people in my life, be it with my work at Hi-Fi Buys, I have a number of guys that work there that are into knives, and so they hear, oh, you're into knives because of this, so they come up to you with their knives, and they're like, oh, check out this thing or this thing. Yeah. So I've tried a lot of different stuff, and it's neat.
Yeah.
I understand why they like it. It's just not for me exactly.
Yep.
And this, out of every knife that I've tried, has been the thing that I'm like, oh, I could sit here and just open and close this thing all day. I mean, the bushings really do something else for it.
Yes.
Garrett was talking, we were doing an interview with Garrett a bit ago, and dude, first of all, holy crap, did he knock that out of the park.
Awesome.
Y'all are gonna get to see that stuff in a whole different video series later that'll actually come from Machine-Wise. Yeah. Pretty cool. But Garrett did a great job in the interview, but something he was talking about is the Sonora very much feels like a knife that sure is for folder people that like folders, but this really bridges the gap between what people who are into balisongs and people who are into folders, the things that both of them have kind of ended up in this product. You've got these, wonderful textures. You've got the bushing system, and the choice to go with a button lock, in my opinion, is awesome.
Yeah, super fidgety.
Super fidgety. Fidgety is the key. I mean, we're fidgety people.
Very fidgety people.
Okay, so you've got another Sonora on there. Is that one different?
This one is different. So this is actually the only Sonora of its kind currently.
Whoa.
This was a test to put Sonoras on bearings.
Oh,
just
what?
To see, if we could, how we would do it, how it would feel if we liked it or not, if it would solve any issues that we were having.
I have never felt this. This is going to be weird.
So yeah, this is on bearings, which was a bit difficult to do. And we're probably, I don't expect we'll ever do them in a production setting. I don't know, but
yeah, I have to imagine bearings is weird on an integral in terms of
yeah, it's where do you put them, right?
Yeah, because you can't really.
Somewhere.
Is there a pocket for them on the titanium, or is it on the blade?
If I recall, on this one, I think the pocket was in the blade on this one.
Is there a way to put a pocket in the titanium, inside an integral like that?
Yeah, totally. Actually, the Surf from Lucas does that.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, so the handles are actually pocketed on the inside. It's really cool.
Whoa, that's fire. Wow. Weird.
Right? Yeah. It doesn't feel as nice.
Weird. Whoa.
It's faster, but doesn't feel as good.
Oh, that's so okay. Whoa. Wait. This is wild. Okay, so can I see that one?
Totally.
Thank you. Okay. This is so interesting. There's a part of this that I had never considered before. So the main thing that I hear from people when they play with the Sonora for the first time is, oh my God, it's as smooth as glass. That is the smoothest action. You can take it and turn it like this. I mean, that's even the craziest part is you can turn it like this sideways, and it just completely is free swinging. There's no resistance. You cannot feel anything. And with a bearing, obviously, I can feel that sensation. It's free swinging because there are bearings, but you can feel a sort of the grinding, rotatey, vibraty feeling.
You can feel the balls moving over any small imperfection.
Exactly. And so that all just comes through. And that's certainly part of it. But the thing I'm also noticing that is maybe the more interesting part to me is that is a faster action. Yes. So it's like it's flicking out nice and quick. Mm-hmm. Which in some ways I think seems like it might be the thing you would want.
Right, yeah.
But here, there is a more steady sort of like, resistance isn't the right word, but like it is a smoother, it just goes into position. Somehow this is less satisfying to do that with. Mm-hmm. I have no idea why. I don't know. I feel like I'm at a loss for words as to how to like make this come across to anybody that might be watching this. Sorry to y'all at home if this makes absolutely no sense, but there is like something to this feeling of, you know, letting it go and feeling it swing into place in a very satisfying way that this, you know what it is?
What?
Actually, I just kind of realized. This feels like basically every other button lock folder I've been handed. Mm-hmm. This feels that that's why I've experienced this before.
It's to be expected.
Yes, my friends have handed me one of these, and I think maybe that's something that I think is really interesting, right? So with a bushing, there is friction is happening like regardless, right? And bushings can do some really insane stuff, but compared to a bearings I find very interesting because like as it starts to move, okay, your coefficient of friction is basically infinite when it's still. And then as the balls start to move, the coefficient of friction drops off dramatically. And so it can move very smoothly and continuously until it hits that stopping point.
Yep.
Okay? But the coefficient of friction on a bushing, the system in there is just completely different. There is friction happening throughout this entire process. It's just aided and redirected and all sorts of stuff is happening physics-wise from the bushing. But there is friction that is sort of easing this motion. So when it gets to here, it is still getting there, but it's not getting there with the same amount of force as a bearing. Like the bearing just, it starts and it can just continue that entire momentum. And I think that's worse somehow.
Right.
Sorry, I feel like I'm being really nerdy about this, but it's really cool. I had no idea you had this.
Yeah, we did it as a test just to see if it was a direction we wanted to go. We decided that it is not right now.
Yeah.
It's not bad. We just, like, to me, it feels less premium.
Yeah, no, I entirely agree. Like, that feels, and yeah, that is definitely what it is. It feels like something I know. It feels like every other, button lock integral folder I've felt, whereas this doesn't.
Yeah.
And in a way that is almost indescribable, except for every single person that I've ever heard unprompted says it's like it's on glass.
Yes. Yep.
Which, what does that even mean, right? Because, glass is flat, sure, but I don't know what you mean, like, it's on glass.
Right.
But it is how, it is the thing, it's the thing that makes sense. I hear that, and I'm like, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, and then you have a rota as well?
Yeah, and over here is just one of the original rotas from the first batch of rotas that Garrett had assembled and was really, really happy with, so this one became mine.
Wow.
Nothing super special about this rota. It's been actuated probably millions of times at this point.
Wow. You just sit there and are cranking on that thing.
We used to chuck them in drills and spin it as fast as we could.
What?
To test, to break them in, but also to test them and run them to failure and all kinds of,
Did you run any to failure?
Yeah, earlier batches, we would end up finding failure points from running it too fast. Current ones have gotten a bit better with it, but it's really a speed thing. If you start running it too fast, things get hot, and as they get hot, they expand.
Sure.
So it's more of just a limitation of, I guess, friction more so than anything else. But
interesting. Do you mind
that's
if I...
that's at I think 1,000 RPM or something. So something way high.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
1,000. What did that sound like?
It sounds like at that point, like if it was a needle instead of a pen cartridge, it would just be a tattoo gun.
Yeah. Because wait. Okay. So starting with my first finger here.
Yep.
1 action.
Yep.
2 action. 3 action. 4 action. So 1 rotation has the pen come out twice.
Yes. So like 1,000 RPM, you have 2,000 actions.
2,000 pen. You were so right. 2,000 pens per minute. It is very much at that point a fucking tattoo gun. What the hell? That's awesome, dude.
I've taken this one apart so many times to show people how it works, and so it's just like my beater rota, I guess.
I freaking love that. Everything is a beater here.
Yep.
This is certainly going to be a beater. Very excited about that. I
was born to be beat.
Dude, I have had such a great time getting to be here, and like I gotta say, the thing that's really stood out to me this visit versus last time was the team here. Because last time it was you and Jacob and William.
Yep.
And William had only kind of recently started even.
Yeah.
So it was really...
Yeah. I mean, all the filming was basically just you, Brandon, and me losing our minds. And now this time I was out sick for half of it.
Yeah, and yet it's been incredible. I mean, y'all will see in the videos that come out, but we've gotten to work with, not just Dalen, but actually everybody who's a key player here at MachineWise. Like, it's been freaking awesome to see. And also, I mean, the facility is a huge upgrade from the prison. The prison that we were in beforehand. This place is a beautiful, massive situation. So I'm going to show off, I think, the funny bins with all of the scrap parts in a different video, just because I think that's an interesting thing to talk about. I might even see if I can get Garrett to talk with me about like what makes a part scrap or not, because he's doing so much of the QC. But yeah. Thank you for blessing my cursed object.
Of course.
And I appreciate you very much, my friend.
Thank you for coming by.
All right, well, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this little look behind the scenes and my fun new janky as heck. Actually, here, I'll show it off to the camera a little bit. So, okay, we've got these gold handles that have protrusions where the Zen pin situation should be, which is certainly not how that's supposed to go.
How you know they're there.
It's how you know they're there, the Zen pins. I'm afraid that, especially this one where it's like really mushrooming, that over time the Zen pin's just gonna say, hello.
Because it's a rounded surface, the center might poke through, but the edges are strong enough that it'll never poke out.
Oh, hell yeah. So it can just look worse.
Exactly.
How exciting.
Yes.
And then the blade is, I was told, it was a blim just because of machining problems, and then it got lasered, and it says all sorts of stuff on it, but this was laser practice, and I was told this happened because the fan wasn't on.
Yeah, that laser. So we run a fan in there. It'll make a little bit of smoke, and that smoke can actually interfere with the laser and cause weirdness. So the fan blows the smoke away, so it's a clean lasering like that.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that that could have been from the fan not being on.
That's so funny. I never even thought about the idea that the smoke itself would like impede the laser.
We wouldn't have thought about it either until it happened.
And yet here we are.
Yep.
And then on this side we've got this handle that was scrapped for whatever. Oh wait, what do I mean? Whatever reason? There is a hole. This is the one that has the maybe the worst scrapping of all of these parts in terms of like something that you just definitely could not even begin to sell.
No.
And then this one is just everything is pretty good with it except for the texture's just not quite right.
Yep, you can see some lines going lengthwise. That's from the roughing passes, actually.
Wait, so which part is the roughing passes versus the...
So the lines, the lines that are showing going lengthwise, those are the passes that were made from roughing, so this part probably wasn't held down well enough, so the roughing pulled it up.
Oh, I see.
And that means when it went through to the texture, there wasn't enough material to fully clean up.
Interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my janky Tottori. Thank you so much to Deylan, and thank you so much to Martine for enabling me on this, because what happened is I started doing this just kind of as a thing to do while Brandon was filming B-roll, and then Martine kind of like, I brought it over to Garrett's station and was like, and Martine was like, what are you up to, Will? And I was like, nothing. And then he was like, oh, so you're using 3D printed spacers? And I was like, yeah, it's just kind of what was around. And he was like, well, I think there are Tottori spacers in the dirt room somewhere. And I was like, I mean, sure. And so yeah, Martine immediately enabled me to create this disaster, and I'm very thankful for that. So
it's funny, the reason Quoke knew there'd be some on the ground somewhere in there is because we moved a piece of equipment in there at one point, like, I don't know, a few months back. And when we moved it, there was a pile of them underneath this piece of equipment.
My God.
Falling underneath them.
Oh, that's so funny. God, that's so funny. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Dalen. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that y'all enjoyed this little look into what I've got going on here. And in the meantime, I'll see y'all later. Peace.